up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. Now it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Denver Broncos. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. from the gun. King. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check three, check three, check three.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Okay, let's go. Under 10. 10.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now they try the right side here. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Throwing on 1st down. King. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3. Here we go. You're not ready. You're not the 6. Pass. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. King. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here goes that 90 Wolf. Check, Mac 42, 61. Matchbox lights. Also Hunt, hit it.
On 1st and 10, Kraft. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. Safety Gator.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 42.
Ready.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Back to throw. Kraft. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's King throwing to start the drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now King off the play fake. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. King now to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Looking to throw. King. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this 1st half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
On the job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
52's the mic, boys. 52. It's a party now.
To throw is King. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. King. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. All
right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Kraft. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Looking to throw. Kraft. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go now. 44. Hey, come on. 44. Hey, come on now. Check 50 seconds.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
45, Mike, 45. 42, check,
King operating from the gun, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. They find some open field here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. He'll look to throw here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
942, 942. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 42. Go.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Watch twist.
Here's King on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This is the tight end Fant. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On 2nd down, it's Green. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Line it. 15 line.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Here I come. Let's go.
Back to throw here. He's got Evans. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a 1st down. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll drop the throw. He completes it to Evans.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Try for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
42 is the mark. Let's put him on the glasses. Let's put it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll keep it on the ground. Green. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
City, baby.
Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tighten up. No. Patrick.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, King. He completes it to Bryant. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. King. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
he's got a man complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return